Hello and welcome back to a Kooky corner of YouTube. Today I am going to be doing something along with my friend Sue from Susie Q Makes. I'll leave a link here and also in the description box below if you also want to have a go. Sue recently said that she was going to be doing some of the projects from this beautiful book. It's called the Artist Trading Card Workshop by Bernie Berlin. I had a copy of this, could not find it anywhere when Sue said, so I went on Wob and bought myself another one. And then instantly I have a secret bookshelf that's hidden behind a cupboard. And I found it there. So I had two copies. I've gifted one to somebody. But I'm a devil for buying books twice. This is the thing. So what I need to do is set up like a little library system. There are easy ways to do this. I know, but I've got so many books. It's a very daunting task, but I do need to do it so I can keep track. Anyway, today's a busy day. Loaded myself up with a cup of tea. And we're going to have a look at this first project that Sue's already done over on her channel. So do pop over and have a look at Sue's. I think a few other people are going to be doing it as well. So this is great. Looking forward to this. This is a book I got back in 2007, I do believe. When I was very much into ATCs, ACEOs. So ATCs, Artist Trading Cards, ACEOs, Artist Cards, original something, I can't remember, ACEO, I can't remember what it means. Anyway, these are ATCs, so it's Artist Trading Cards. Don't you love it when I have a brain flip? I can't even remember who I am. Who am I? So, this book is great. There's lots and lots. There's a history of ATCs, always traded, never sold. So this was the premise of the ATC. Would basically you'd make a few and you would trade them with other people. I did do this back in the day, and I got some beautiful cards back as well, I have to say. So, history of ATCs. It's miniature works of art created on cards. But the thing we're going to do today is the first project in the book, which is, let me take you up a little. You see more of my messy desk now. I'm due a spring clean, by the way. Intuitive watercolour. So, if you want to join along as well, go and tell Sue that you're going to do it, because she'd be very interested to see what you make. Yes, and mention it on her page, because it's Sue's idea that she's going to do this. Okay, so first of all, you need to get your size of card. Now, I'm trying to remember what size the ATCs are, so I'm going to go back and have a look. Yeah, 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, or 6 centimetres by 9 centimetres. I'll put the dimensions up on the screen now. That's the size that you need for your ATC. That's the standard size. So what you'll need is some watercolour paper, or they say palette paper. I'm just going to use a watercolour paper for mine. A watercolour brush, water soluble oil pastels. Okay, so I presume Neocolor 2s would work for that. Maybe so. Liquid watercolour. So I've got some of those Colour X ones, which I think I'm going to use for this, or dye ink. So if you've got any of the Tim Holtz things, they would work also equally as well. Or the Radiant watercolours by PH Martins, they would work also. A heat gun and a fine point black pen. I think this is a doable thing. Okay, so let's have a look at what we need to do first, because it's always proper to read through the instructions, isn't it? So saturate the paper. Randomly lay. Oh, it does say watercolour paper, but it doesn't mention it. Oh, it does. Well, it does mention watercolour paper. I'm just going to use a piece of old paper just to put underneath mine. Working on a piece of palette paper. Randomly lay some colour down around the edges of watercolour paper, and with a wet brush, spread out the colour over the paper. Make sure there's a good amount of water on the paper. Okay. Next, drop liquid watercolour onto the wet paper and blow it around with a heat gun. Okay, I can do that. Add more colour if you wish and repeat with the heat gun. When the paper is dry, look at it and try to envision an image made by the unusual shapes of colour and outline them with a fine point pen. Okie dokie. I think that's a doable thing. So first of all, I'm going to get myself some pieces of paper. Second of all, I'm going to get myself some clean water. You don't want to see my water jars, really. Looks like some mad experiment gone wrong inside those. Also with bits of glitter floating around because I am a magpie. And then, yeah, get myself set up and we'll have a go. Okay, I'm all set up. I have got 3 pieces of watercolour paper cut to size. What I actually used with these postcard pads. I've got some bits left over, but I can use those for something, so that's all good. Fresh water. I have these Colorex watercolour inks, which I'm going to use for this. I have got orange, I've got fluorescent pink, I have got primary yellow and Turkish red. So I'm going to go with those 4. I'm trying to limit myself because you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. I'll just go rainbow. Okay, so I've done that bit. I have been waffling and realised that my microphone was not on. So yeah, I basically dropped in some paint. I had it in the palette, put it in from the edges, and then with a wet brush brought it in. And now it wants me to drop some colour in to the paper as well. Let's try some of this. I'm not sure this is the kind of drop in they mean. I'm going for it. It said drop colour in and move it around with a heat gun, so I wonder if it wants me to drop in a different colour. I think I don't want to drop in something that's going to cause it to muddy. Let's get the heat gun, see what we can do. I'll put you on silent for this because this is noisy. I'm not seeing much, to be fair. Maybe I just do a different colour to drop in. Oh. Okay. What are we going to drop in? Let's have a look in my box of tricks. What have I got? Ooh. Let's drop in some of this plum. See what the heck happens with that. In for a penny. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Heck, it's all running off. Wow. Interesting. I'm going to have to look at this and see what I can find in here. Where's my baby wipe? Because I don't want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to mop up the ink. So I'm darn sure that there's a baby wipe one in here for another day. So I'm going to save this, dry it out, and save it. Do a wiping down situation. I did like that plum colour we dropped in, very much so. Dab the edges off this one, just because it's still wet. Okay, I'm going to leave these to dry properly and then see what we can do with them. And I'll probably refer back to Bernie Berlin's book and see what she said again, because I think my brain's gone a bit weird. Okay, my pieces are dry. I've had a thought. This may be dangerous. I had a thought that I want to add in another colour and do a bit more messing around, because I can see things in here, but I'm recalling something that I did once where I made some monsters. I kind of wanted to do that. Okay, here goes nothing. So I'm going to drop some of this blue, Cosmos blue in. Let's see what goes on. Okay. This is kind of. Oh, I'm liking this. This is much more me. Yeah. This is one of those silicone straws. You could do this with one of those, the camera blower things, but I'm just winging it at the minute. Let's take that way. Ooh, interesting. I like this colour. Ooh. This is fun. This is playtime. I like this. Am I liking that enough? Ooh. Right, okay, that's number one done. I'm grabbing my baby wipe. I can mop up some more of that. Should I stick with that colour or should I try something else? Questions. It is a nice colour. You know what? I'm going to go in again. We're doing it again. Let's move that one out of the way. Move that one over there. That needs to dry off. Okay, that's dot there. Ooh, interesting start. Nice. I'm not sure this is what Bernie Berlin had in mind, but it's the way I'm going. Oh, we've gone off a bit there. Let's grab that bit. Okay. Twisty twist. Nice. Oh, I'm liking that as a strain. That's interesting. Okay. I don't think it's going to go much further. Ooh, that did. Okay, I like that. Let me see what I can do with that one. Fun times, fun times. Getting ink all over myself. Okay. Right. I might as well stick with the same colour, hadn't I? Yeah, let's do it. 2 drops that time. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Let's take that a bit further down. Okay. I'm going to call that it. Going to let these dry and then see what I can make with them. Liking them though. Okay, this is what I've got. Interesting monster shapes. Kind of that's what I was going for. So I'm going to get my gel pens out and I'm going to see what I can do with each of these. And I will probably more than likely speed this up because this is going to take some time. Okay, it might have gone in a little bit of a weird direction, but I have had an absolute blast. It was just what I needed. I've been sewing and sewing and sewing for days, it seems, and just to do this was just so fun. So these are my monsters at a rave, basically. They're having an absolute time of their lives. This guy, he just couldn't get any happier, basically. This one's having a dance. He's got some very nice stripy trousers on, and he's had a little fluorescent hairdo going on there as well. This one is the guy with the moods, Mr. Teeth. He's got he has got his checkered pants on. He's got his spotty top on. He's got extra legs. He's just dancing for his life, and he's having an absolute time of it. So that's what I got from this. This is probably a reflection of the state of my brain, but I do like monsters, and so monsters having a fun time gives me smiles. And I hope you've enjoyed it too. If you're enjoying the content we put out here, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because this makes a big difference to the whole of the channel, and I do a happy dance a bit like that guy there. So yeah, it's going to be fun if you have a go at this. Promise me you'll have a go, because it is such a blast. You don't have to go my way. Pop over to Sue's channel and see what she did. She did some beautiful things, and other people in our Discord channel having a go, and they're just beautiful ideas and things that you can get from them. Anyway, that's enough from me. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you here very soon with something else. Bye for now.